Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Tap Masters for July 2025. And pretty excited about this one. We've got two matches for you today. They are out of the orange bracket here in Tap Masters. It's gonna be our good friend Cool Ice Age. So cool, so icy. That is Eren, by the way. It's got that famous for those chocolatey chairs that I love so much. Definitely top 5 chairs of all time on CTM. And then we've got a French player who I don't know a ton about, but they are going by N in this tournament. So we have an O in CTM. Now we have an N. You got to get the whole alphabet. But yeah, it'll be Eren versus N. That is going to be I'm not going to mess that up at all. That is going to be totally normal when I'm calling the match. So anyway, Eren versus N in round number 1. The winner will take on 2-time CTM Masters event winner Brodin in round 2. And then the winner of that, the reward for winning that top 16 is a chance to play against Alex T in the round of 16. So like, good luck to whoever that is, but what the heck, we're still gonna play Tetris and it will be fun. Yeah, this is the one that feeds into Alex T. Now we do have, I think it was just scheduled. I don't have it on my schedule slide yet, but we do have a bracket that was scheduled for tomorrow. Now this is in Stupid Tetris Monthly, just to let you know. So it was just added, I think, last night or yesterday. Just so you know, it is in Stupid Tetris Monthly. This is going to be a heck of a bracket. I think even if you don't like No Next Box, I think it's going to be a good one. But this is going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Texas time, which is what, 2100 UTC? Is that how it works? Yeah, that is how it works. Where is that bracket? Let's see. That is STM top 16. Yeah, that is going to be a good one. That's going to be Dog versus Hydrant, Miles versus Bendy, and then the winner versus winner. So that is tomorrow, basically 26 hours from this moment. So make sure you're here tomorrow for that one. But today it will be Eren versus N, winner versus Brodin. Take a look at our rules so we know what we're even playing. And what we are playing is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Odd that the bracket graphic did not show winning of match 10 or winner of match 12. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. What do you? I don't know what you're talking about, Captain Fufu. Don't know. Sorry, I'm trying. Anyway, yeah, players can play on emulator or console so long as game mechanics, experience, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used. We'll be starting on level 18. There's no line cap, so if you can play past 39, good luck to you. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match, and players, make sure your hertz and input displays are turned on. Remember, players, 1 mind per game, so do not receive any in-game advice, and do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. Oh, did I tell you the controller rules? Yeah, you can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical, biological turbo only. And remember to heed the spirit of tap. The spirit of tap means this is a hyper tapping tournament, not a butterfly or bolt tapping or alternating finger tournament. This is a single finger attack with 1 extra tap from another finger 1 time per piece movement. And it could be like, hyper quick tap at the end. That tap could be at the beginning and then whatever, but 1 finger attack plus 1 move, 1 extra input 1 time per piece. That is it. Remember, keep playing during tech issues. So as well, I will figure it out. So if you run into some kind of tech issues, internet outage, OBS glitching out, whatever, just keep playing. I will sort it out and then follow the instructions of me. Okay, the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool which right now is at $370, thanks to several generous people. And thank you so far to Madelsberger, Summer B, Mr. Brain, Abby Normal, Catkit, Fractals, 7th Roommate, Zelazowie, Rogue Potato, Belvedere, RXS, Dr. Knockers, and probably Tacnerus for the largest amounts contributed to the prize pool so far. We're looking to get to $1,000 so we can pay our top 8. And yeah, that I would love to be able to do that. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, help us reach our goal. It's all up to you guys because we do not have sponsors for this. I'm not some billionaire just kind of running this as a fun diversion or whatever. I wish I were. Maybe someday. But yeah, so if you want to contribute to the prize pool, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. You'll use that command and some links will come up. The one that says Tap Masters or TM or whatever, that is the one to click on. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. On the top right-hand corner of that page, there is the login button. Click on that. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account. Once you're in, there's a mustard-colored button that says contribute. Click on that in order to contribute. So thanks again to everybody who has done that so far. If you want to support the channel, that is a thing that you can do. There we go. And yeah, you can do that over at Patreon. Patreon.com/monthlytetris is a place that you can do that. You can make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going. And Avi with the contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much. That gets us up to $390. Thank you, Avi. Patreon.com/monthlytetris is one of the ways that you can support us, just like the people on this screen are doing. Big ups to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, and Mila. So thank you for doing that. Other ways you can support us, you can go over to YouTube. You got super chats and stickers. You got channel memberships. You can gift to channel memberships over on Twitch. You got subscriptions, gift subscriptions, Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subs. You got bits. You got gigantifying emotes, all kinds of other stuff. And if you use the support command, you'll find a bunch of other ways to support the channel as well. All right, I'm going to go over to our Tap Masters scene and see what we get. Let me refresh both of our players' streams and see if they have begun. So there's Eren's and here's N's. All right, Eren is here. We'll fix up the cameras while these players get their warm-ups in. And we're going to have to adjust stencil for at least one of these people. But yeah, let me go ahead and fix up the cameras. Players, you can do your thing. Cool games with cool ice age. Yes, indeed. Eren, it's I don't know. It's kind of sad we don't see you with your chocolatey chair, over at your, over at your home, and now you're just in this, single whatever area, just barren area over here. Oh my God, I miss your chocolatey chairs. I got to admit, those are great chairs. But now you're just like regular, kind of dude in a barren white room. So congratulations on that upgrade in your life. Okay, let me go ahead and get this other. Why is his name N? That is what they have asked me to refer to them as, and I'm happy to do that. So let me just make sure that this is lined up here. Player 2 game. Let me reset the transform. And yeah, give me a second. I'm just gonna have to fix the stencil on this one. No judgment here since this is kind of your first time, but I will fix that stencil. So just bear with me while I do that, and y'all can get a. Well, maybe I'll do it without stencil just to prove to you, everybody. Oh, I can't do it because the lines don't line up. It's hard to do stencil when you're using the blackout mode. So I may not be able to do it very easily. Like when you're using the dark mode, it's hard for me to do it. So just give me a second here while I try to get this done. Okay, so that is that. And, oh shoot, darn it. Sorry, I moved my stencil, my actual stencil. Oh, for goodness sake. Wait, why isn't my stencil the same as yours? I don't know why it is. I don't have an explanation for that, but I will do my best to try to just line it up. And are you able to use the, you can use the dark out mode, but can you use the like classic one, that one that has the same colors as the, why isn't this working? This is really annoying. It's not your fault, it's just my side is kind of challenging. The one that has the original colors, is that possible? All right, let's see. I think it's OG mode. Is it OG? I think it's OG. All right. Yeah, that one is good. Okay, it's really hard to do without. Let's see. Oh my lord. Okay. It's 2025, guys, and I'm still. I thought I would have gotten to a different point in my life, but I'm still adjusting stencils in 2025. All right, so that should be close enough. All right, and then let me just go ahead and fix up cameras, and then we should be all set. Okay, so that is stream ME, right? So we need to unlock that. There we go. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Well, this is just about close enough. So players, I'm going to go ahead and drop some pieces in the chat. The pieces are incoming. There are not enough pixels on your screen to make it pixel perfect. I mean, that can't be possible because it's 1920 by 1080. Do you stretch or cut? You know, you can do both. All right, I'm just going to refresh both of our players' streams to make sure that they're all synced up and feeling good. And yeah, okay. So as soon as both players are ready, we can go ahead and get them underway. All right, if we could just kind of wrap up our warm-ups here when we get a chance, that would be great. Okay, did the pieces not arrive? The pieces did not arrive. Oh, hold on. Okay, there it is. Sorry. Yeah, I have a button that's supposed to send the pieces, but it doesn't happen. 443169. 443169. I guess I didn't get sent the first time. Well, whoever's walking in front of your game, that is not going to do, Eren. So you got to let them know to not do that. You can't walk in front of your game. Oh, that's Katie Bug. All right, you were getting his phone for him. That's fine. All right, looks like both players are on seed. Both players have signaled ready, so let us get them started in game number 1 of the orange bracket here in CTM Tap Masters 3, 2, 1 Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Eren, aka Cool Ice Age, which is just the best name. It's the kind of name that you choose when you're 12, and then you carry it with you really forever. You know what I mean? And you just can't shake it because everybody knows you by it, and it's also not worth changing. So that's what I love about that screen name. But anyway, Eren is here. 23,000 and 46,000 for him as we get underway, and a couple Tetrises for N as well. Anyway, seed number 17 for Eren qualified in with a 1.15 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Eren is from the United States of America with a tapping PB of 1.36 million. Eren is a 2-time Futures Circuit winner. Is a 6-time gold bracket player in CTWC, finishing as high as the top 16, which he has done twice in 2021 and 2023. You may have seen Eren at various regionals like Boston, Philly, and Genesis DAS, as well as C-Tech in 2021, one of the online years, playing PAL. All right, so both players really kind of starting off a bit shaky here, but able to Eren, really, this is tough for both of them, actually. Yeah, Eren has to chuck a long bar over to the right side, and that's going to put additional weight on top of that well. So now Eren trying to survive. N's board coming down. I don't want to keep going with the intros until both players are safe. This is not Das Masters, y'all. This is this is Tap Masters. Y'all supposed to be able to last for a while. All right, Eren's gonna uncover that right side, and both players with open wells. Eren is going to get a Tetris, N gets a Tetris, and both players now with reasonable survivable boards, I think. So let us continue. On the right side of your board, it is N who qualified in with a 1.075. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. N is from France, for those of you who don't speak French, right? Has a tap PB of 1.29 million. And does not have a huge footprint in terms of CTM. Has played a lot of Tetris for the non-pros. Has played in a few futures, hopefuls, community tournaments here and there. So it's good to see N here in one of our marquee events, and it took having a tapping oriented event to do that. But you might have seen N playing in the various Paris regionals, or I don't know if they were all held in Paris, but N took 3rd in the Paris regional this year. And so a very fine finish in that tournament. And there were a lot of really, really good players. So N stacking up very well against some pretty tough competition. But yeah, we've seen N play in France various regionals the last 3 years, 2023 through 2025. 219 for N. Tetris down the middle for Eren, 346. And I'm really surprised that both players are still playing because they started out game one with some pretty rough digs. But right now, about 100,000 points apart. Now, Eren is about 10 lines ahead with about 105,000 point lead. Now, these matches are best of 5. You'll see the match scores next to each player's name. They currently say 0 because it is game number 1. So the first player with a 3 next to their name is the winner. We start out here level 18. And we are closing in on the 130 line mark, and that is where the speed is going to increase. The level is going to increase to level 19. The value of line clears will start increasing every 10 lines. And then the next speed increase will be at 230 lines, where the speed will double. And how deep these players can make it past level 29, that is a big mystery in 2025. It's one of the interesting things that we are learning this year as we do a tap-only tournament. 512 for Eren. He's about to hit level 20. 384 for N. Maisie says, I'm pretty sure these two players met in France in 2023. Well, that is actually very interesting. I did not realize that was the thing. I didn't know. Someone will have to confirm that. I mean, Maisie, I guess you'd be in a position to know that since you were probably there. Tetris for Eren, 591, 441 for N. And building out that left side kind of overshifts that J piece. So it's just going to bring this board down. Not trying to do anything crazy, but the bulk of these players scoring almost certainly is going to have to be done before level 29 hits. Both players kind of in another dig. Eren's a little bit higher than N here. All right, Eren trying to survive. Remember, they are using the hyper tapping technique, not the rolling technique. So they will not be able to get pieces over as much as, to the left and right and high and all that. And that is going to be a top out for Eren at 611. So the chase down target for N is 612, and N is going to set up for a dirty Tetris. We'll see how long he can hold out for this. And there is a dirty Tetris. So now under 100,000 points to go, 50 lines to work with until that level 29 kicks in. Tetrises on level 24 should be worth, what, 30,000? I think that's about where they are. So you can see about, 2 Tetrises would get you a lot of the way there. And then whatever kind of miscellaneous lines you pick up along the way, that would probably get N there. So we will see. Mark Triss blaming the seat. There is a Tetris for N, 578. And a Tetris now would get him almost all the way there. We'll see what he's able to do. Not easy to chase down. Oh no, that left side is going to be a real problem. And no, that is not going to be survivable. And N is not going to be able to complete the chase down. And Eren will hang on after a level 23 top out at 611. So GG's to both of our players. That is game number 1. Yeah, I don't think that 2023 Paris, I think, or that France one is in Liquipedia. So I didn't check match database for that because not all the regionals are in there. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and generate some new pieces for you. A9, C5, 2, 8, A9, C528. The winner of this will take on Brodin. Brodin was a two-time CTM Masters event winner back in the day. Those were back in 2020. So Avi, I guess Tom J had a contribution to the prize pool. That was $101. And Avi's message was go Scooty. Scooty's not playing today, but why not? All right, A9, C528. Those are the pieces. So as soon as they're ready, we will get them started. And we are ready, and we are about to start. Game number 2, Eren versus N. Eren up 1-0. 3-2-1 Tetris. We recently crossed 14,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that was nice. Thanks to everybody who is following. Make sure to give us a follow over on YouTube and to like the stream. Liking the stream, even if you don't like it, just like it. You know, it's a way to send a signal to YouTube that maybe more people should see this, right? So it's like an easy thing you can do, costs you nothing. And really, if you're watching, you should just like it every time, like as the first thing that you do. All right, both players, all Tetrises so far. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep that going, but we'll see. All right, N will be the first one to have to give in and start taking some burns here as he's trying to work through some early traffic. Tetris for Eren, 136 through 24. Jungle Cook says, you can't tell me what to like. Well, I did say please, so I would say it was more of a request or an entreaty to do it. 182 from Eren, 80,000 for N. Still trying to dig out. Rebel against the like button. Well, Anime Cat, you can do that. You want to take a stand against algorithmic content. I get it. On the other hand, it does help our channel. So I guess you have to weigh those two things. 228 for Eren through 40. So Eren, all Tetrises so far, and another one. 130 here for N. And he's working one row off the bottom. We'll see if he's going to try to just get set up very easily. Yeah, long bar into column 9. Another Tetris for Eren, 296 through 52. And this can almost be kind of a curse for a player because sometimes they'll start doing things to maintain the streak rather than what's best for the stack. And, you know, whatever your goals are, that's fine. But so far, it's been easy stacking for Eren. Has not really had to face that so far. And there is a Tetris for Eren. He's going to get set up immediately again. And another one. So 16, is that 16 straight Tetrises to begin the game for Eren? Tetris for N, 225. And we don't do like they do in baseball where it's like, oh, don't talk about perfect game. We just do it. All right, Eren forced to burn after 16 straight Tetrises, so not too bad. All right, nice dirty Tetris for N, 273. It's a good pace for Eren off the back of that perfect 16 Tetris start. And over 400 at 80 lines. All right, N going for the dirty Tetris again. Column 7, 2 rows off the bottom. And it ends up having to take a few burns here and blocking that well. I mean, it would still be open if he can sort of unblock it here. So Eren piled up way high on the left and a deep chasm over on the right. So extreme slope for Eren. Finally, N is going to get that Tetris 310. And now he's going to get to work uncovering a little couple of gaps there in the stack. All right, clean board now for N. Tetris ready. 314, 521 for Eren at 111 lines. Tetris Eren 567 through 115, 339 for N. Tetris for N 362. Another Tetris N 384. So Eren right now up about 206,000 points, also ahead by 7 lines. All right, some adjustments here for Eren. Oh, that's just an ugly Z piece. We'll see what Eren can try to do here as he approaches level 19. S flat right in the middle of that 3 wide gap here. Uncovers the right side. Has a 600K, 2 lines to go until 19. The adjustment, the triple into 19 at 607 transition for Eren. And 454, potentially 2 more Tetrises available if he can go no burns. Eren into level 20 at 659. Gonna take that burn. So N will only be able to get that 1 Tetris before 19, but he's gonna get into 19 at 479. So Eren about 180,000 points ahead, but also 17 lines ahead. So when Eren gets to 29, which is most, usually players are going to top out at 29 or around there, N will still be able to play a bit if it gets that far. All right, Tetris for Eren 744. Let's see what N's going to do here. The germ of a Tetris setup in column 8, just kind of 1 Mino away. Okay, he's set up in column 8, fairly high though, so he's going to knock it down with a triple. Still set up column 8. A skimming a Tetris for N 549. A Tetris for N 804 on 23. Another, I think that was another Tetris for N, or was that a triple? Kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye. All right, Eren set up again, 840 on 23. There is a Tetris for Eren, 870. And again, 13, 17 lines ahead Eren, but he's got a 900 on 24. There's a Tetris for N, 669. There's one Eren, 963. He's basically 1 away. There's 1, and then he's got a little bit more to go. All right, Tetris, Eren, A28. He's got the max out on level 26. And trying to bring this back down. All right, N is going to open up that right side, but has a lot of gaps sort of on the top of the stack here. Gets the Tetris, but now we'll see how long this clean is going to last. He really needs to, this is Eren now ahead by 300,000 points. Eren 17 lines to go, and N with 30 lines to go. Eren's got the 1.2. He's on level 28. He's got 2 more Tetrises available. Tetris is here worth 35,000. There is a Tetris Eren. He would need 2 more to get the 1.2 into. Well, he can't get that into. Oh, N is going to top out at 752. N was really pushing here. We'll see what Eren can do. Eren's going to take that game. We'll see what he can do to try to get that 1.2. And he is not going to get the 1.2. That is top out of B91. And Eren, a really strong game here, though, with a 1.19, nearly a 1.2 here in game number 2. So, yeah, you can see N toward the end really trying to push, set up for, you know, just trying to get really all Tetrises toward the end. There was not much he was going to be able to do. You know, if you're kind of into 26 with about a 725, then, you know, you can, with really perfect play, you can, you know, eke out a max out. But he would have had an additional, you know, 150, 200,000 points to get after that. So that was going to be very, very tough. Maisie says he played along and got a 1.24. But yeah, Eren with 16 perfect Tetrises at the beginning. By the way, I'm going to tell you something really weird, y'all. Like, if you get like a coffee from Starbucks or something, and you know you got your ice, and you bring the coffee home, or you got it, whatever, and you get some ice, but there's still a little bit of coffee left in there, right? Instead of just like slurping it out, dump some like soda in there, like Coke or Coke Zero, and like Coke and coffee tastes awesome. It just tastes really good together. I don't know. So it's weird, but it tastes great. 4-3-C, 7-2A, both players are ready. Game number 3 in 3-1 Tetris. Eren up 2-0. N needs to win to stay in. So N has had recent success getting that 3rd place in the Paris regional this year. The winners of that event were pretty good. Dan V and Mark. Dan V was the winner. Mark was in 2nd place, and N was in 3rd place. So it was a pretty good field. So I think to get 3rd, you know, with players like that is pretty darn good. Yeah, Coke and coffee just taste, you know, Coca-Cola, it's not the 80s, guys, but Coca-Cola and coffee, like Coke Zero, it's awesome. So yeah, you just dump that Coke over your remaining ice. Never let that ice go to waste, right? There is economic value that's you know, that's in that ice, right? So if you just dump that ice out or don't drink it, you're giving up some of the value what you paid for, right? So that's why I use it. 137 for Eren, 139 for N. All right, so we're about 3 lines apart. Now 1 line apart, and it's basically neck and neck. So strong starts for both of these players. All right, so I could not find, you know, I think Maisie in chat said that these two players might have played against each other. I couldn't find anything in the match database, ELO or otherwise. Oh, and in a bit of trouble, a great long bar. See if he can survive this. Oh, nice couple of pieces there. Need something for that right side. Oh, no. This is going to be really tough. No, that is going to be a top out for N. And Eren is good in game number 3 and is going to take this one in a sweep. So congratulations to Eren. You will be moving on. And N, it's really good to see you. We do not have a lot of, CTM matches for you, some futures and hopefuls and things like that. But as we add these additional formats, hopefully we'll see a lot more of you in these tournaments. So GG's to you, and good to have you here, and really appreciate your being here. So best of luck in your future endeavors. Eren, your future endeavor is to take on Brodin Damp in the next round. So give me a moment to set all that up. And I don't know, we'll do it live here. Actually, you know what's weird? I have not been running ads like ever, like for like a month on Twitch or YouTube, and I'm starting to feel it. So let me start running ads again. Like I completely forgot. Like I'm just getting stuff, getting stuff done. But I'm just not running ads. So I gotta make a button to run an ad. It's insane. Or I'm starting to feel it, guys. You may have enjoyed it, but man. All right, let me go ahead and get all this. Do you want to watch the jank? We can watch the jank right here. All right, ready? We're gonna move. What is this? Orange bracket. We'll move. Goodbye, Eren. We'll insert you right there. Oh my God, Brodin, you're huge. And then goodbye, N. Hello, Eren. Now you're small. And we'll get all that rest of this kind of da-da-da. Okay. I mean, look at this giant Brodin face. It's quite amazing. Brodin, you don't... Oh, whoops. Hold on. If it's awkward, you... Like, let me look at what camera... Well, let's see what I have for a camera here. Like, you don't necessarily have to have that extra cam on there. Like, if... I don't know. Let's see what we got available here. Yeah, you can just... You can turn that off. That's fine. We trust you. If you want to like hide that camera, like that extra hand cam, you can just hide it. Or just put it toward the bottom. That way it can like look fairly decent. Keep going. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. That's fine. Well, it's necessary because, we want you to we need you to show hand cam, but if it's going to make the broadcast look weird, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have the broadcast look good and realize that the players are not, you know what it's a tough balance. Okay. Like, we want the hand cam to be shown, but if the player has no other option because they're on like a laptop or something, then we have to decide. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like, yeah, we want the hand cam, but not everybody has a camera that they can aim at both. And so if it's going to be awkward, then just put it off the side so we can get like a view of the person. Yeah, you can watch the individual streams. It does not have to be on the thing. Bro, why can't you hear the players' voices? That's what someone says. I don't want to hear commentary. I want to hear the players' voices because that's not what this is. So if you want to, your feedback is very important to us, and thank you for providing it. All right, we're gonna have Eren big face over here. All right, players, when you are done warming up, well, I'm going to give you pieces, and when you're done warming up, you can go over and put them in. You really do not need to hear the players' voices. Like, it's not. How would. It's so complicated. You don't need to do that. It's fine. Like, they're at home and they're not all talking and they don't want to talk. And for one stream, we should be able to hear them, but they don't. Why? It adds a whole level of complexity and annoyance that is not worth it. Like, I don't understand why that's like such a big deal. Okay. Well, we've got two players here. They are playing Tetris against one another. So as soon as they're ready, they can input their seeds and they can signal ready and the whole thing. So yeah, F2C604, F2C604. Damon says, I didn't realize how much I hated keyboard into this week. What do you mean by hated keyboard? All right, here's you want an invite? Here's an invite. There you go. All right, looks like both players are ready. FTC, what is it? F2C604. Both players are ready. It's round two. Brodin Damp versus Eren. Let's get him started. Orange bracket round two. The winner goes to the top 16 to face Alex T at some point later in the month. Congratulations to whoever gets that prize. On the left side of your screen, it is Brodin Damp. Brodin Damp is a two-time CTM Masters event winner. He qualified into this tournament with into seed number 16, in virtue of which he gets a one-round bye. Qualified with a 1.16 million, average of his best two games played in a 1 hour qualifying period. Has a tap PB of 1.4 million. And I think under 10 players have a tap 1.4. So tap 1.4 is kind of about as rare as a DAS 1.3. Now, I think Blue Scooty just recently got a tap 1.4. I saw that come across on YouTube. So congrats, Scooty, if that is true. Anyway, Brodin Damp, as I mentioned, a two-time CTM Masters event winner, has also been in the finals one additional time over and above that. Both of Brodin's finals wins were against Corian. 116 here for Brodin, 115 for Eren. That was in April of 2020 and October of 2020. The other time Brodin was in the finals, that was the time that Eric ICX won the tournament, the same month where Eric got the colors game. Brodin Damp has also been in Mega Masters one time, was in top 16 in that in 2023. Played in Stupid Tetris Monthly in the first one back in 2020. And also played in a DAS Masters, that was in September, and made it into the semifinals in his only appearance. Let me refresh Brodin here and hope that stream comes back. It did come back. All right, that's good. So remember, players, if you do run into tech issues, just keep playing. I think this is kind of par for the course for Brodin Damp's internet over the years. So Brodin Damp knows to just keep playing. 193 for Brodin, 231 for Eren, who's got a very good pace again in game one. 256 through 51 lines. By the way, Brodin, also a 5-time CTWC Gold player, has finished as high as the top 8, which he did in 2020 and 2022. On the right side, it is Eren. Eren defeated N in round one to get here to round two. 268 for Brodin, 328 for Eren. Eren with a tap PB of 1.36 million. Two-time Futures Circuit winner, six-time CTWC gold player, finishing as high as the top 16, which he did in 2 different years, 2021 and 2023. You've seen him at the Boston, Philly, and Genesis regionals. Qualified in with a 1.158 million. Both players from the United States of America. 307 for Brodin, 402 for Eren. And a very, very good pace for Eren right now, 425 through 91 lines. There's another Tetris for Eren. All right, that left side for Brodin a little bit messed up here, so a long bar would go a long way to helping out his board. All right, he thinks he's going to be able to get something over, and he's right. 386 for Brodin, 525 for Eren. There's a Tetris Eren, 549. Eren is into 19 at 603, another 600K transition in this broadcast for Eren. There's a Tetris Brodin. He's in at 468, so about 140,000 point lead for Eren at the transition point, and the pullback for Eren. Long bar was coming, did not have to take the triple, so a little efficiency gained there or saved for Eren. Brodin's going to uncover that right side. Long bar in Tetris for Brodin. Now, I don't know if he still does do this or what, but I remember Brodin, of course, one of those players who plays on an LCD screen, or at least did in the past. I don't know what the status is now, but plays on an LCD, or did play. 787 for Eren, 625 for Brodin. Another Tetris Eren, 823 on level 23. Now, according to the Wikipedia, these players have not faced off against each other in any majors. And according to Match Database, they have not faced off against each other either. So this might be a first-time matchup for these two. 958 for Eren, 782 for Brodin. Eren 170,000 points ahead. It's also 10 lines ahead right now. Oh, nice adjust for Brodin to tuck that Z piece in. And a Tetris down for Brodin, 880. Eren with the max out. He's on level 27. Another Tetris. Brodin sets up that long bar column 9, trying to make up some pace here. There's a Tetris. Eren, A70. Another 1.1 for Eren in this broadcast. Long bar down, Tetris. Brodin, he's got the max into 28. He's going to try to take a good board into 29. Eren is into 29 at B77. So what can he do? What does he have? There's a Tetris for Brodin, A55. Eren's board, well, he's kind of bringing it down a little bit. I don't know what else he's going to be able to do. He's hitting some 15 hertz bursts. But all right, that's going to be a top out. B86 is the top out. B87 is the target for Brodin. And no, that is just not going to be able to do it. So Eren with a decisive game number 1 in a double max out, double 29. Eren with a 1.1, nearly a 1.2 again. So really a great matchup between these two. These guys are pretty good at Tetris. Pretty good. What is happening? Says Felix. What's up, Felix? All right, new pieces for these players. When they are ready, you can take a moment if you need it. Tapping is hard. I mean, it doesn't look hard the way these guys are doing it, but right, E16, D36. Both players are ready. Game number 2. Eren is up 1-0 over the 2-time CTM champ, Brodin Damp. Every once in a while, Brodin Damp just kind of emerges. You know, it's kind of like, oh, all right, I've been away for a while, and now I'm back for like a thing, and then I'm going away again. I kind of like it. But he has been in, 15 Masters level events over the years, 13 times in the monthlies, once in Mega Masters, and once in the STM Championship in 2020. So early days, he was pretty regular. Oh, Eren's board, pretty tough to start game number 2, but it's going to come down very quickly, very smoothly. Eren's like, what? It's like, how did that come down so easily and quickly? Just looking for that long bar to cap off the whole survival. It doesn't feel like you fully survived until you get that Tetris, as evidenced by the way that the players react, right? You can get yourself out of a dig and get out of pretty much nearly all the danger, but the players really, if you look at their faces, they do not relax until they get the Tetris, right? They still feel like, still could kind of, still could get, become a problem again. And then they get that Tetris, then they relax. All right, Eren's board starting to creep up a little bit. Just trying to keep it down. Nice little double here. And a Tetris for Eren. 183, 168 for Brodin. Both of these players go back far enough to have played in one of our stupid Tetris monthlies. Brodin played in 2020. Eren played in 2021. Neither of them got really far in those events, but that's okay. They're stupid. It's fine. Eren has been in Mega Masters 3 times, 2022 through 2024. $307 for Brodin, $300 for Eren. If you like these kind of events, you know, this sort of off the beaten path, kind of exciting one-off, different variants and things like that, Tap Master, Stupid Tetris Monthly, please support the prize pool. We're sitting at $390 right now. Our goal is $1,000 to pay our top 8. Use the Matcherino command if you're watching live, or go to, what is it? I think it's go.ctm.gg/tapprize. If you are watching after the fact, whatever you got, 1, 5, 10, 20, whatever makes sense in your world, to help support this prize pool so we can continue to encourage players to play in these events. $377 for Eren, $400 for Brodin. Gets a Tetris, $422. There's another one, Eren. So Tetris is on level 18, worth $22,800. We're about 30 lines until level 19. That speed is going to increase by 50%. So right now, if we're going 60 miles an hour, we're soon going to be going 90 miles an hour. All right, Brodin setting up for a Tetris, that long bar in column 9. Now just waiting on the bar. That board starting to climb. He's forced to take a double. He's got burns. He's going to take him. Tetris for Eren, 473. There's one, Brodin. So 29 is 180 miles an hour. Yeah, I mean, that's how it feels. And level 39 is 360 miles an hour. It doesn't really make any sense. Hey, is this a tap tourney or is this STM? Well, if you look in the middle of the screen at the bottom, the big orange letters says Tap Masters. 568 for Eren, 575 for Brodin. Tetris for Eren, 595. They're into level 20. Yeah, I know, but people keep talking about STM, mate. You mean people, you mean me? I brought it up like one time in relation to these players having something in common that happened a long time ago. All right, 652 for Eren, 702 for Brodin. I mean, this is Tap Masters, so I guess I shouldn't talk about any other format except for Tap Masters. Except this is the first one that's ever been. All right, Eren here. Oh, that tuck of... He's really... Oh, and he gets the bar over. All right, so Eren kind of in survival mode. Try to bring this down, really just try to survive. Oh my goodness, that hang of the S piece. And that is going to be a top out for Eren at 694, and Brodin is on the board. And he's going to tie this matchup 1 game to none. Brodin, if you want to mullen it out, you can, or you can just kind of, you know, not do that. Good games. That seed was horrible. I'm sorry. Well, we'll get you a better one right here. 2368A2. And players, you can take a moment if you need it. Ice down those elbows or whatever you got to do. Katybug agrees. It was so bad. Or is that Eren? Eren, are you chatting under a Katybug right now? Eren typed that. Yeah, I assume. All right. Will you say, Alex, you can mullen it out at level 23? Yeah, I mean, it was a strong pace, 800 through 23 if he wanted to do it. It's fine. Bacon, what are you doing here? What are you doing? All right, if we can get pins of the seeds here, that would be good. I'm here because it isn't no next box. Well, yes, your dislike of no next box has been well documented, so thank you. That I understand that now, so you don't have to keep repeating it. Thank you. All right, 2368A2. All right, both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Game number 3, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So an early, or relatively early, I don't know, do you even call it early, top out for Eren in game number 2. What is an early top out now? I don't even know. I think anytime anyone tops out on 19, it's like an early top out. I just don't expect it. You know, I expect every game to go to at least 28. $118 for Brodin, $123 for Eren. All right, Eren's board a little tricky here toward the beginning of game number 3. All right, one piece away from opening it up. We got to reblock here just to try to get some more order to this board. All right, we are back down low enough. This should be fairly easily survivable for Eren, and he will survive it, and he will get a Tetris. 164 for Eren, 216 for Brodin. All right, Tetris Brodin 270 through 63, 235 for Eren through 65. 2 lines apart, 35,000 point lead for Brodin. I do recommend people, play along. Obviously, you won't be able to watch what's happening if you play along, but I don't know, every once in a while, play along, see what you get against these players with the same piece sets. Tetris Brodin 342. Tetris Eren 330. All right, so they are one line apart, and Brodin ahead by 36,000 points. And that is basically a Tetris and a half. A little over that. Oh, Brodin went for the double tuck of the J piece and did not get it. So that's going to lead for some cleanup for him to do. He's actually just going to build kind of one row off the bottom. Try not to lose too much pace to Eren here. Yeah, and he's just setting up one row off the bottom. He's got a gap there in row 1, column 6. So Eren in the lead in score by 23,000 points, but also ahead in lines. He's the first one into 19 at 563. So we'll see what Brodin's transition score is in about 7 lines. All right, there's a Tetris for Eren, 612. And Brodin's transition score, 526. So Eren has about a 40,000 point lead at the transition. All right, Tetris Brodin, 577. There's one, Eren, 664. So kind of a costly sequence, kind of, you know, as he was approaching 19 for Brodin, cost him the lead. Tetris for Brodin, 627, 690 for Eren. There's a Tetris for Eren. Oh, that long bar barely got over in time into column 9 to set up, and he gets another Tetris here, 746. So Eren motoring. There's a Tetris for both. There's another one, Brodin. All right, so Eren with a covered well, having to take a triple, double, finally uncovers. And a Tetris for Eren, 842, 9 lines ahead, Brodin at 796. So pace-wise, it is now tightened considerably. So that sequence for Eren cost him the lead, or at least the pace lead anyway. He's still ahead in score. Like real-time score. But if you imagine that those, those extra lines that Brodin is behind were Tetris's, well, it's a lot closer than it looks. Tetris for Eren. He's got the max out on 26. Tetris Brodin, 936. So Eren was just over the max out at 205 lines. So we'll see where Brodin is when that comes up. And yeah, so it's about a 60,000 kind of pace difference if you equalize for the lines there. A75 Eren. He's on the verge of another 1.1. He's on 28. He's got A78. There's the max for Brodin on 27. Tetris for Eren, B14. Another 1.1 into 29. He's got a lot of material on that left side. He's got a stack for a Tetris. And can he get it over? Can he get a bar over? Will he get a bar, actually? And the answer is no, the bar doesn't come. So B53, top out for Eren, and Brodin can't get the L piece all the way to the left. He was set up for 2. Those 2 by themselves wouldn't have been, good. But, you know, if he had gotten those two, he has a low board, and then who knows what he can chase down. You know, about 40 something. That would have left him about 40,000 points behind. But another double max out near kill screens for both, and another 1.1 for Eren. So the consistency here for for Eren, pretty good, except for the time when he was inconsistent and topped out fairly early. But yeah, lots of 1.1s here for Eren, so high pacing for him. Rhubarb says 2 more into 29 and 1 Tetris post would have been just barely enough. Yeah. So he needed those 2 and then 1 more, or just to kind of single and double it out. So Eren up 2 games to 1. Eren, are you on the AVS or are you on a console? And yeah, if you know, mods, if we can get a pin on these seeds, that really does help a lot. A lot of mods in chat. He's on console right now. Thank you, Katie Bug, if that is you. You don't have AVS set up there at the moment. Got it. Basically, if you're from Massachusetts, apparently or you live there or go to school there, apparently I just give out AVSs like they're candy. Eren's got one of mine, and Fractal's got one of mine. All right, you're welcome, Eren. Okay, let's check. Seeds FB2C60. Both players are ready. Game number 4. Brodin needs to win this one to try and set up a deciding game. Number 5, Eren, looking to knock out a 2-time champion right here, right now. Let us get game 4 underway. I've got equipment all over the world, really. I've probably sent out like 20 gym cards. I got 2 AVSs out there. Matt Martin has like, he's got like an Elgato capture along with this other upscaler. I got equipment, Tetris capture equipment and gameplay equipment, like all over the world. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, we are underway here in game number 4. So far, so good for these players. Eren's gonna have to take his first burn, but he can't get anything like any like flat 2-bottom kind of piece there, so he's gonna end up getting this board a little bit higher than he would want to here in the early part of 18. But all right, he's knocking it down. Okay, a little adjust and readjust and all that, and Eren is feeling good after a Tetris good low board now. Brodin with a dirty triple 144. And Eren 147. The winner of this does face Alex T in the top 16 at some point later in the tournament. That won't happen today, but of course Alex T has a what, a 1.67 with tap, and has a reputation as one of the fastest, if not the fastest, tapper. Now, of course, speed isn't everything, but of course, Alex world-class stacking as well. So Alex, a very dangerous competitor, so to land in this orange bracket, that's tough with Alex in this tournament. I mean, you think he was the odds-on favorite to take this, but you know, Tetris is not the kind of thing where you can just go, well, the best, you know, the quote best player, you know, is going to win every single time. So we'll see. I mean, both these players playing very well. They both have a chance against Alex. I mean, the real problem with Alex is just not the problem, not for him, but for any opponent of Alex, is just his ability to play past 29 and not just, you know, not just like a level or two or, you know, just singling and doubling. But I mean, he's got some superpowers tap wise. And so we have yet to see him in this tournament. He will play his first match in this tournament against one of these two players. 378 for Eren, 360 for Brodin. Yeah, like he comes in, you know, he'll come in what, like, you know, so these players, you know, they'll have you know, kind of a consistent speed of about like 13 hertz, something like that, and can burst up to 15, 60, something like that. I mean, what most players have is like their burst speed is just consistent speed for Alex. Now, of course, that was in the past. I don't know what he's got today. I don't know if he's practicing or I don't know. I don't see Alex practicing. I just see him kind of showing up, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. That is, I think, one of the great parts about this tournament is just the mystery of what do these players have in 2025. He got a 1.6 the other day on Tetris Friendlies. Oh my goodness, we're in trouble. He got another 1.6. Yeah. Well, good luck, Brodin or Eren. Tetris for Eren, 515, 478 for Brodin. Last time I saw Alex Tap, he made it to level 56 or something. Oh my god. All right, these are pretty good paces for these players. 561 for Eren through 110, 523 for Brodin through 108. So I don't think they'll be complaining too much about RNG, at least for the first half of this game, because so far so good. Lighthouse Tetris says Alex could make it to colors, maybe. I think your arm would fall off. Like, tap colors is just insane to me. $677 into 19 for Eren. That is a huge transition pace. Tetris for Brodin, 662 into 19. So two massive paces for these players. I mean, I'm not going to say that, you know, tap colors could never happen, but I mean, that is just, you'd have to just have an elbow of steel. Like I don't know. You just have to be a cyborg. Well, maybe Alex is. I don't know. 755 for Eren. Tetris for him. 782. 740 for Brodin. And a high-paced game, at least so far. It's like, yeah, level 57 versus level 138. Like, I'd be able to eke out level 57, but, you know, nearly three times that is just insane to contemplate. I don't think we're anywhere close to that. 821 for Brodin, 866 for Eren. And they're both going to Tetris again. So Eren ahead by, less than 20,000 points. They're separated by just a couple of lines. What's the current tap score world record? Under the rule set that we're playing this tournament under, it's Alex, I think, with a 1.67. Some people will count the Moya as a tapping record, but it does have sort of an asterisk because it's not hyper tapping. It's like an alternating finger tap, which is sort of, it's almost like it's a multi-finger attack, but you're directly attacking the buttons as opposed to rolling. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's its own category, to be honest, but it's not like pure hyper tapping. A32 for Brodin on 25. A55 for Eren. But yeah, if you're talking under this rule set that we're playing this tournament under, it's Alex T with like a 1.67 or something like that. Tetris for Eren, B21 on 26. So Eren with another 1.1, and he's got 21 lines to go. A skimming of Tetris for Eren, B56. There's the B31 for Brodin. 21 lines to go for Brodin, 12 lines to go for Eren. And this is close now. As we get closer to 29, I mean, oh no, that Tuck is going to fail for Eren, but he's set up for a Tetris if he can get a bar real quick. He gets the dirty Tetris, double 1.2s. There's a Tetris for Eren into 29 at C65. And Eren, I don't know if he's going to get much in the way of points after this. He's trying to eke out whatever he can. He's going to need him. So Brodin, 2 more Tetrises available potentially, and I think he's going to need him actually. He's going to have to really just set up for 2 or get another one post. Eren, C71, the target. Yeah, C71 for Brodin. He gets 1, and he's got a lot of material to work with here. Needs to get to C71. A single, another. What can he get? And there it is, and Brodin is going to chase this down into level 30. Brodin chases it down. We are going to head to a decider. Brodin really knew the assignment. He got the Tetris he needed on 29, and you can see that he set up a bunch of material on the left side of that screen so that he would have like an easy throughway to get pieces on the right and just get a bunch of singles and doubles on the right side. He's into level 31, so of course the internet has to give out. Let me refresh Brodin here and see if we can get something back from him. But he's into level 31. And yeah, of course the internet has to give out. Miles says, always something with Brodin, bro. Holy moly. Well, we'll wait around for Brodin and see what happened. Is this the tap combined world record? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, in terms of both players getting 1.2s, like non-Mullen situation, maybe. If there's like a Mullen situation, I don't know. But holy mackerel. Did his stream die or did his game crash? It looks like his stream died. His game did not crash. It was because his video, like, camera stopped as well. Holy mackerel. All right, we'll try to get Brodin, but I'll try to refresh one more time. But Brodin I mean, this is like pretty much par for the course for Brodin, though always has internet issues, but Eren's kind of good, huh? Yeah. I mean, what can you do, Eren? You got a 1.27. What can you do? You lost with a 1.27 in tap. Yeah, is that I don't know where these records are being. I don't know if there's any record being, documented for this kind of stuff. I have no idea. I guess you could go. I mean, I don't. So when he comes back online, he reports his score. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's on the screen. But I don't know where he is. Is he still in chat? He's still in chat. Is that the highest losing tap score world record? I have no idea. I don't know if this is being tracked at all. I have no idea. Somebody has got to be a stats person in chat. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Oh, we try to get Brodin back on. I will be right back. Gonna mute out. I gotta go do something. Be right back. All right, let me see. Keep trying to get him back here. Brian with the Prime sub. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. I don't know where Brodin went. Maybe he's running around the block. Eren says, why did both me and Brodin choke our qualls in such a perfect way to create this bracket? He said Wi-Fi died. Hello, my Wi-Fi died. I'm on a hotspot. Oh, great. What was the score, Brodin? Should I refresh you or let me refresh? Do we need to do this a different day? Do we need to just come back or like what do we do here? Do you think you think it might come back or what do you think? No, he can't hear me. I mean, we could do that. We could do the decider another time. Then you could just feed right into the Alex match. If you want. Oh, wait, he's back. He's back. Ish. He's sort of back. All right, let's I'm not going to just jump right into the decider here because if Brodin's on like hotspot, this might not even be playable, to be honest. So why don't we just see how stable this is for a second? I'm very skeptical that this is going to work. I gotta be honest. Does it say C70 and C80? Yes, it does, Somali. And how are you not watching this match? Are you insane? Yeah. Look at that. So you're saying there were double 1.3s with tap in 2024? Is that what someone said? Coster and Dylan? The scores are there. His CRT's still on, but his PC crashed. No, his PC didn't crash. It was the internet. His Wi-Fi crashed. And as you can see, his board is topped out. Oh my God. Like, Brodin's just materialized. Bro, I don't think this is playable. I gotta be honest with this internet. This is not playable. You guys would have to wear the same shirts, just so you know. So make sure you coordinate your laundry appropriately. Yeah, I mean, Brodin's stream is not, I mean, it's not even moving right now. All right. You should wear a suit. You can both wear a suit. All right, let's see. Oh, he's moving and not freezing. Oh, no, he's freezing again. He's freezing again, you know? It died because I tried to switch back to home Wi-Fi. Is it good now? No, it's not. You can see it's here. Play a game. Yeah, it's cooked. It's not good. It's not good. Give him 10 minutes. I can give you 6 minutes because we've already given you like 10 minutes. So, but no, it's not a DQ or anything. Obviously, we would just, play it at a different time. Maybe if we can get it right before the Alex T match or something like that, like right before the top 16, possibly. Yeah, I mean, this is not playable. Plus, it might go out again, I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. So, I don't know. Have you reset the... All right. Eren, it sounds like you want to reschedule. Brodin, is that something we can reschedule? The decider? Oh, I should type it in. All right, I'm typing it in. I don't trust the Wi-Fi either. I don't trust the situation. I gotta be honest. I'm assuming Brodin has tried to reset the router and all that, right? I'm assuming that is something that he's done. See, it's like offline again. Brodin's a smart guy. I'm assuming he's done that. All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes just in case there's a miracle, but at 45, I can't justify keeping players sitting here, forever. So 45 past the hour. If it's not ready, then we will make a definitive decision that we are going to do that. You're literally renting, so it's not even your Wi-Fi this time. No worries, man. You don't have to apologize. Everybody has internet issues. This is par for the course for online play, so it's not a problem. I mean, it's a problem, but it's not. You are not a bad person, or you don't have to apologize. Yeah, and it's just not coming back, It's like you can see you're getting all that thing. I don't know, Brodin. Oh, he's moved. Well, no. See, every time he moves around, it's like, oh, he's moving, and then, and then it like freezes, right? So I can't live like that. Can't do it. All right. Well, I don't think this is coming back, guys. 60 seconds. I said 3:45. It's 3:44. 60 seconds. Then we're just gonna call it because we can't keep players here forever. So. And again, it's not Brodin's fault. So. You bet 5-10 thousandths of a Bitcoin on this match. Oh my god. All right, yeah, we're gonna do a different time. So, apologies, people. I mean, this is a very exciting match for a round. I mean, the way that these matches have been in the early rounds, just imagine what these top 16 rounds are going to be. So, we're gonna reschedule this. So keep your eyes in Discord on the schedule. We're gonna try to do it on the back of some other or before some other stream. The ideal, I think, would just be to play it right before the Alex T stream, where, you know, that orange bracket stream, and try to do all that at once, where these two play one game to feed into the Alex T match, which would then go into the top 16. That would be the ideal. Do I plan on doing Tap Masters again? Do you want me to? If you want me to, I will. All right, Eren right now is going to decide. Okay, Eren wants me to do it. We'll do it again. How often should we do it, Eren? Remember, we got to get prize pool support, though. So, you know, if it's not supported by the prize pool, then we can't really keep doing it. I'm not going to keep running an unsuccessful tournament, but what do you think? Three times a year? 4 times a year? What do you think? Whatever Eren says goes. I think every few months makes sense. Replace Dasters for a month alongside the main event. All right, sounds good. Perfect. Well, that's what we'll do. 5 to 6 times a year alternating with Das Masters? Oh my god, that's too much. You're gonna destroy these kids, Bacon. Wait, it's back? You're saying it's back? I don't see that it's back. Ava's Live says Tapfield is not nearly competitive enough to warrant this. Well, you gotta, you know, if you build it, they will come, right? You know, I think they will. You might have said Das Field is not competitive enough, but all right. Well, obviously, we're done. Das needs regular comp more than Tap. All right, good. All right, we're gonna reschedule this. It's not coming back. So that is gonna be it, everybody. Thank you for those of you who supported the prize pool. We're gonna wrap up this stream. Wait, refresh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Stop it. You know this is just gonna be a huge anticlimax, right? Brodin is back. All right. Do you guys feel like do you need to warm up? No, we're not going to DQ you if it goes out. We settle it on the field. All right. We don't DQ the home team if the lights go out in the stadium. Okay. Like, we're here to play Tetris, not to play. This isn't Wi-Fi monthly. Okay. This is Tetris monthly. So I don't know. Eren, what do you think? Do you give a thumbs up, thumbs down? All right, Eren's happy to play. Let's get it done. The internet is back. We're going to do it. We're doing it. We're doing it. If it goes out, then we will reschedule it, all right? If it goes out, we will reschedule it. You know, keep playing if it goes out, but probably going to reschedule it. All right, let's go ahead and get these players some pieces. Do you guys need a warm-up? Do you need to warm up, like warm-up game or anything? If you need to, you can. If you need to, you can. You're good. All right, looks like both play. Oh, Brodin says he's good. All right, we're going to do it. Players have said, let's do it. The internet is back. Brodin tried this whole gambit of like, oh, my internet doesn't work, so do I automatically win? We're not going to fall for that, Brodin. Sorry, buddy. So now he knows he has to play, and we're going to play. We're not falling for it, buddy. If it goes down again, we'll, you know, and it's not recoverable at all, we will just reschedule it. We're not going to mess around. All right, A42004. It looks like both players are ready. It is a decider, by the way. Brodin and Eren in a decider. The winner goes to the top 16 to take on Alex T. Let us get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, well, we are getting game number 5 underway. There were some internet issues and all that, but it appears like it's been resolved, so we are going to play this out. A decider between Brodin and Eren. It's been an exciting one so far. That game number 4, really exciting. Double 1.2s. Brodin got into level 31. Eren got a 1.27 in a tap match and did not win, which is pretty bonkers. Apparently there's a 1.3 losing score in 2024 CTWC, according to the chat. Coster and Dylan, I guess. But still, pretty hype match. 71,000 for Eren. He gets a dirty Tetris. 94,000. 94,000 for Brodin. And yeah, the winner of this gets the privilege of facing Alex T, quite possibly the best and fastest hyper tapper. He's got the highest pure tap score. Pure tap with a TM at the end, a trademark. Like capital P U R E, capital T A P, trademark symbol, right? He's got the highest pure tap PB at 1.67, and that is who one of these players are going to have to face. 141 for Brodin, 166 for Eren. Thanks for the players for agreeing to play this now. It's always good to get it done if we can, and appreciate the patience of everybody watching as well. You know, this is, of course, amazing to me that this even works even one time, having two people playing an analog game separated by thousands of miles with a caster in the middle. And it's amazing to me that it works ever. 194 for Eren, 196 for Brodin. There's a Tetris. Brodin, there's one for Eren. So just I don't know, a few hundred points apart. Okay, so they got the same line count right now, and they're separated by, you know, about a Tetris. All right, Eren gonna miss a spin there with a Z. Eren has had a great stream, a great 2 matches really in a row, just multiple 1.1s, getting a 1.2, 600K transitions. I mean, he's had a really great couple of matches here, regardless of how this goes. Brodin got that experience as a 2-time CTM champ. I mean, really, this has been a finals-worthy match, with the exception of that one kind of early top-out game. But even that happens in finals. You know, those finals, everybody thinks, oh, it's going to be the hypest thing ever. And sometimes it is, but sometimes it's a big, like, oh, yeah, just somebody tops out, like, 3 times quickly. Big spire in the middle for Eren. You're going to have to work around that a bit. And this is going to allow Brodin to add to this lead. So we'll see what Eren's able to do here. All right, the long bar goes in. That's a triple. Eren going to set up dirty here. I think he's just going to try to take this down a couple more rows. There's a dirty for Brodin, 4 rows up. All right, he's going to transfer that well over to the right side. No more messing around with dirty Tetris setups. But Eren is messing around with dirty Tetris setups and gets one. Yeah, he's just going to bring this down. Yeah, that S to the right side. He's disappointed. Do all that work to try to get a clean board, and immediately no good place for it. You know, when you have no good place for an S, it just knows to give you one. 384 for Eren, 444 for Brodin. Imagine if someone plays online Tetris on McDonald's Wi-Fi. Back in the old days when I was a real actual vandweller, I had two jobs. I worked at a bookstore, a used bookstore, and I played online poker, and those were my two jobs. And I would steal, I would use, I guess it's stealing, I don't know. I would use the Wi-Fi from a nearby Barnes & Noble, not where I worked. I worked at a used store, and it was near a Barnes & Noble. And I could get just enough Wi-Fi at the place where I was kind of camped out, and I could play online poker on the Barnes & Noble Wi-Fi. 510 for Eren. We're on 19. 583 for Brodin. And it worked, and I was able to, you know, eke out a living in that used bookstore and playing online poker on Barnes & Noble Wi-Fi. $6.15 for Brodin, $5.62 for Eren. All right, Brodin going to miss that T-spin. So now Eren is clean. Brodin is the one who is cleaning up a bit. This is going to allow Eren to maybe get back, maybe even get back into the lead. And yes, Eren will get back into the lead. 640 now for Eren, 628 for Brodin. Do you miss vandwelling? Complicated. I mean, it's a great thing to be able to just psychologically to have that option just in an emergency if it's something you could do. And once in a while, I will, you know, if I'm on a road trip and just stop at a national park and do that instead of, you know, sleeping in a hotel can save you some money. So it's good to have that available just in your psychological tool set, but I wouldn't want to do it full time. 732 for Eren. There is a Tetris for him, 763. 670 for Brodin. All right, flat long bar burn for Brodin. Tetris, Eren, 823. 4 lines apart. Eren is 90,000 points ahead. Tetris, Eren, 893. And Tetris, Brodin. So Eren now with an 895 on 26. Yeah, it's to set up that long bar dependency in the middle of the board. You can tell he's not pleased with having to do that. It's a long bar, though, to get the triple, uncovers the well, and he is ready. Brodin gets a Tetris 839. A triple and a Tetris for Eren, 950. So he's about 76,000 points ahead, 6 lines ahead versus Brodin. A skimming a Tetris for Eren, 986. He's one away from the max. 7 lines ahead of Brodin. Oh, and Eren trying to force out. Okay, there's one Tetris. He's going to try to figure out a way to get another. He's set up for another. Long bar goes in. Tetris for Eren, A55. He's got 1 line to go until level 29. He's going to take that double. He's got some kind of pieces he can burn against here and try to eke out some more lines. So that's going to be a top out for Eren at A62. The target for Brodin Damp is A63. A63 is the target, and he knows he's not going to get anything over. And that is going to be a top out for Brodin in a thrilling decider. Double 29s. Brodin just a few thousand points away from the max in the decider. Eren will hang on. He did everything he could do at the end to try to hang on for one last Tetris. Didn't need it, but might have needed it because Brodin was set up for another one. So another squeaker in a great, really epic matchup between these two players. And Eren will be moving on to the top 16. Brodin with a great performance. You know, he plays Tetris like once a year, and he comes back and he's like still one of the best players like you could ever watch. So amazing set, guys. Brodin, you did great. I hope to see more of you, maybe in Tap Masters 2. Maybe Eren has decided we're doing it, you know, 3 or 4 times a year. So hopefully we'll see you again in Tap Masters 2, and you know, try coming back for Das Masters. You know, what the heck. Eren, you will be moving on to play Alex T. Congratulations on the prospects of having to defeat Alex T. But I don't know, I'm kind of a believer now. Eren played great. Multiple 1.2s, multiple 1.1s. He did great. So where has Eren been this whole time? Well, he's been getting like his bachelor's and master's degree in 2.5 years is where he's been. All right. Let us wrap this whole thing up. I got to report these matches. So let me see. Orange bracket. Eren was what, 3-0? I didn't report that. It was 3-0 against N, right? And you think it was your comp PB again, and it's another losing score. My word. Oh, is your comp PB a losing score before? That's insane. All right, 3-2, Eren. And we'll give you a look at the bracket. Okay, let's give you a look at the bracket. Top 16. There it is. Let's refresh it. You get a look at where we are in the tournament. Alex T and Eren, that is set. The other half of that top 16 bracket is Andy versus Bendy, which is a little bit of a rivalry here. It's a Das Masters Finals rematch here, now in Tap Masters top 16. Coster and Eric, that is going to be a banger. Joseph Saley versus Oscar, and Trap Zone versus Dog. So we've got 3 more to get. Eyeball versus somebody. Who's that going to be? That's Chiller versus Mark, which has been scheduled, by the way. That has been scheduled. Is it on this schedule? I think it is. Yeah, that's going to be on Monday. Chiller versus Mark versus Critical. And then the green, Klein, ID Kirby, and Sam the Speedrunner. That is going to be on Tuesday. So, all right. So the green and the, what do we say that was? The blue? Yeah, green and blue. That is set. I think the red is a little, I don't think red's been scheduled yet. Let's take a look at red. Tap Masters blue, tap green. Oh, Tap Masters red. Okay, yes. It has been scheduled. It's going to take place on Friday. I haven't seen that. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be Tetris time versus Blue Scooty, who just got a 1.4 with tap for the first time. Winner takes on Opox, and Maisie knows. Maisie's waiting. You're going to have to scout that one out. And Maisie will be the terminal match in those preliminaries. So that is where Tap Masters is at. 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, and then 1 next Friday. Okay? We do have something tomorrow. It's not on my schedule sheet because it was, I think, just done yesterday. We do have a stupid Tetris Monthly orange bracket, which is right here. This is STM. Not orange, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the top 16. So it's going to be Dog, Hydrant, Miles, and Bendy. That'll be a good one. Dog, Hydrant, Miles, and Bendy in no next box. So Dog and Miles will be making their STM debuts for the year in that stream. And that is tomorrow at 4 p.m. So basically, literally 24 hours from now, you're going to watch that. Okay. Thanks to those of you who contributed. We'll let this come around. Those of you who contributed to the stream. Appreciate y'all. New follower Blackthorn and Rory Cole on YouTube. Twitch sub Brian, Prime sub coming in. Thank you for that. Thanks to those of you who can. That's the wrong prize pool, my man. That is not the right one. This is the prize pool. Here it is for Tap Masters. Thank you for contributing to the prize pool, Avi and Tom. Not Tom. Was it Tom? Yeah, it was Tom J. Getting us up to 390. Really appreciate that. Still got $610 to go. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, use that Matcherino command right now. Or go to go.ctm.gg/tapprize. Thanks to our patrons for keeping this channel alive. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Make an ongoing pledge of support to keep the channel going. There it is. Tap Masters. All right, we did it. We had fun. That was good. That was a good match, guys. Really, really good match. Congratulations again, Eren, and really do hope to see Brodin in some more stuff. And I don't know, maybe we need a GoFundMe for internet from Brodin. Okay, YouTube, we will see you tomorrow, 24 hours from now. Have a great day. DJ Mr. Burrow, Luis, Anime Cat, Tetris to Mario, DJ Mark Tris, John Wick. All the stars are here. Have a great day. Again, see you tomorrow. Okay, YouTube. I don't know if any of the players still want to stream at all. Probably not. They're probably sick of it. Pixelandy is live and is going for a tap 1.4. So I think it would be fun to go ahead and raid Pixelandy as he attempts to get a tap 1.4, which would be a PB for him. So go hang out with Andy. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.